Hi everybody. I kind of screwed up editing my last video. So I decided, because I wanted to clarify how this Survivor one. I mean, it's real, but not real, okay? When I saw the chick that was like an actress, if they had just said, oh, she's an actress, I wouldn't have paid any attention. But you have to understand, when I start researching things, it goes from one link to another link, and then I end up on Reddit, and then, Reddit/Survivor, which is a whole different world within itself, if you are a Reddit member. So I thought I'd answer the questions. So this is the video, Survivor is not real, ! Exclamation, question mark. First question. I'm doing it on my iPad. I hope it catches all of them. Sometimes it doesn't. You put some for spam and they're like regular posters and there's no links in it. So I don't understand how this all works. Good morning, Claudee. It's from Mary Ellen, after 60. Did the older Asian man name start with the T? No, it was Chow Man, I think was his name. I think it was an only one syllable. Now, Thai was really cool too, but it was Chow Man. And he was the one that somehow they found him and they really liked him. I mean, he was very specifically recruited for the show. So happy to hear she brought a ladder for the raccoons. Now, my friend in the ladder, I'm just going to make a blanket statement here. For those of you that have not been around raccoons, it's really cool. But if you've been around raccoons, not that I have anything, as long as raccoons leave me alone, I'm happy with them. But, I was growing grapes to eat. Sweet, seedless, green grapes around my deck. And I thought, wow, this is really cool. And so my daughter and I would call it our vineyard. We thought it was really cool. And all of a sudden they started getting just ripped down. And I was so mad. So I decided, you know those little firecrackers that you just throw on the ground and they snap? So I said, I'll get some of those and just scare them off and get them away. This raccoon reared up. He had to have been, I'm sitting on the floor, so he had to have been about this tall. And went, shee! They hiss funny. They go, but I can't make their hissing sound. If you've never heard a raccoon hiss, then you don't get it. So, good for her. She bought the ladder. I'm not so crazy about it. I just hope she doesn't get hurt. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. The iPad and I just don't get along for this part, but this is from the old Carol show. Hi, Carol. I'm with you, Claudee, about reality shows, reality TV. I love it. And I thought Survivor was real, but was always looking at them cross-eyed. Ha! We could have used a production. Yeah. There are days where I would prefer, because there was a video that was supposed to go up today, but part that I was editing out, I left in, and part that I wanted to leave in, I edited out. So I'm making this video, because I normally don't edit them. I don't care how long they are. It's me talking to you guys. And I'm with you on the raccoons. Love you, honey. XOXO, Carol. Well, I love you too, Carol. So, Dawn Rambles. Oh, hi, Dawn. I need to get over to your channel. I don't look I don't like mushrooms, but those stuffed ones in the store sure did look good. Didn't they look good? Those big portobellos. Oh, I really thought those looked good. I'm probably going to end up buying some of them. I can make a pig out of myself with deviled eggs, too. No lie. Me too. And I have an allergy to eggs, so I can only ingest so many safely, and then after that, oh, it's ugly. We just watched a video where a raccoon was in a dumpster and the guy thought he couldn't get out, so he put a board up to help the raccoon, and 6 of them came crawling out. Yikes. Look, if they can get in, they can get out. We don't need to help them. We don't need to help them destroy the universe. This is from Julie Smith. Advanced Chemicals is a good brand. I just did a review on a face cream by that brand, and I didn't know Survivor wasn't real. Cute story about the raccoon. The Advanced Formula mask. Now, after I actually read the instructions, you put it on. It's very soft, and they say to rub it on and then to leave it on about 15 minutes. And it doesn't really totally dry like you think a mask does. And it does really hydrate. I've used it one other time. They say to use it 3 times a week, and I'm going to use it till it's gone. And every time I go to Ross, I'm going to look for some more, because I have a feeling it's not cheap. Bless your friend's heart. This is from the Darling Debs. Hi, Deb. I so love Deb's Snapchats. If you don't watch them, you should. Bless your friend's heart. She got a letter for the raccoons. That is disappointing about Survivor. I love watching this show. I feel better knowing that they eat more than just rice. The Asian man is Thai. No, it's Thai man. The mask you bought seems to brighten your face nicely. Hug, peace, and love, Debbie. Well, thank you. It actually did make my skin feel a lot smoother. Okay, the thing about Survivor. Okay, these are the things I've learned. Well, let me get through. I do love Survivor. Then how do you explain the big weight loss that they have? And that's by Claudette Flanagan. And let me get through them. When I found out House Hunters was staged, this by Sherry G, that's when my innocence was shattered. LOL. I guess it's still entertaining, though. That's nice of your friend concerned about the raccoons. I'll just leave it at that. We don't have them out here in the desert. Then you've never dealt with them. Survivor is stage, says Kara's Corner. I was fooled. Belle says, I'll be dumbfounded by the raccoon story too. I can't believe Survivor is stage. Wow, they had me fooled too. The mask gave you a little dewy glow. Well, thank you, Belle. Andrew writes, Andrew's life. I don't understand where the trend to help raccoons has come from. I've heard of people feeding raccoons. Eventually, they usually get bitten and have to go to the hospital. I think of them as better-looking rats. In all seriousness, it's not safe to get near a raccoon. No, it's not. I don't know what they say about Survivor. I thought most of it was real. Maybe I'm naive too. I've watched it for several years. Take care. I don't know if you've ever seen raccoons' fingernails, as I called them. They're about that long. And they are wicked scary. And some of them get to be poundage. I don't know. I mean, they can best, medium-sized dogs with no problem. I would not be surprised. I'm going to say 50 plus pounds. A lot of raccoons. They're not little. Josephine. Hi, Claudee. It's hot in London. Love your blog. Thank you so much. Thanks from Kay Stevens. Thanks for making my day. And Claudee, you always make me smile, even when I'm having a bad day. That is so sweet of your friend to worry about the raccoons. Have a great week. Sue says, oh, TV, it freaks me out because I don't think any of it is real. Even most of the news. I try only to watch entertainment now, so I don't get freaked out. That's why I used to be about the news. I couldn't watch it. That's so cute, the raccoon needing a ladder. So anyway, these are the things I found out. On NBC.com, even Cochran, which if you've watched him, you know who Cochran is. I actually don't know if I know his name because they call him Cochran. When they get there, their clothes are all taken away and they are dressed in what? Because you ever notice like the purple team has purple t-shirts on or the blue team has blue. So they gave him a sweater vest to wear to make him look more nerdier. He said he's never wore a sweater vest but on the show and not in real life. Several of the posts concerning how they eat. No, they are not given food, but they are given nutritional supplements, unless they say that after each challenge, each of them have to go through a medical exam, because this is for $1 million. And if it's deemed that they need something more, then they're given that. In the beginning, they used to have to really boil the water, apparently. But there have been too many intestinal distresses concerning this. Bacteria. So now they are given water. As far as what you see around camp, they are encouraged to look for fish and fauna. They really don't want you eating the wildlife because in most places the wildlife is in danger. But they just, so what you see around camp life and them, you know, conniving, I think is pretty much real from what all the reading I've done. The challenges, there is some, it's not enough for me to really say this with, you know, knowing that it's true, is that because they say that sometimes the challenges are kind of staged, but I don't know. I still really enjoy it. I mean, this isn't stopping me from watching it. It's just, I think the part that got me is that even though they get hundreds of thousands of applicants, they recruit them. And they're called mentors. Something, it's model and actor put together that they look for. And, you know, and characters. You know, like Cochran, he's not no athlete. So it's not necessarily athlete, but they're looking for people that are characters. And that's why I like the show. So, I mean, it is and it isn't real. You know, the parts you don't see is then they're given swimming suits. You know, their wardrobes are picked out for them as to what they're going to have to stay in for I don't know however long. They say that they're only given like feminine hygiene products, condoms. Let's see, what else did they say? They're not given toilet paper or anything like that. So, I mean, that part is true. But I think the games are true because pretty much I keep an eye on that. But they say sometimes they'll show aerial shots of it, and when they show those, that it's not, they're doubles that have stepped in for them. A lot of this can be found on NBC.com, which is, I'm pretty sure that's the channel it's on. So, I mean, it is and it isn't. There was some really drastic, I mean, you do see weight loss with no problem, but these people are living on rice, water, fish, but they also get a nutrient supplement once or twice a day or more if the medical team deems it necessary. So, you know, it is and it isn't real. It's just behind, you know, like they said, they don't walk to, you know, what do they call that? Tribal, whatever, you know, when they get voted off. They drove. It's just a lot of it, you know, they just make you think that they're lost out in the wilderness when there's hundreds of people around them. But there were some health issues, and that's why they started the supplements. And more, if the medical team deems it necessary. I think the thing that broke my heart when I was reading about it is Cochran doesn't wear a sweater vest. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, he seems like the type, I mean, he wrote a whole, you know, paper concerning Survivor. So, I mean, it just seems to me like he should be wearing a sweater vest, but no. So let's see, let's think about. So basically, I think I've gone over everything I learned is that they are recruited. Even though hundreds of thousands of people apply for the show, I don't know what they do with those files. I guess in the round cabinet. They are given nutritional supplements or more. I think the part that got me is how they even dress them up. And I mean, this is from Cochran's interview. So I feel that it's a pretty, you know, a substantial one. He was $1 million winner. But I think most of what you see as far as camp life and challenges are real. I feel pretty confident about that. So, I mean, I'm still watching it and I'm still enjoying it. I think the part that got me was I really assumed that these were people that just sent in applications, tapes and stuff, and they just went through them and interviewed them. And, you know, apparently Big Brother's that way too. They recruit most of their people too. Because it's the same agency that recruits for Survivor, recruits for Big Brother. Okay, so I'm sorry, Big Brother freaks. So, you know, so, I mean, I'm still watching Big Brother. I still love Big Brother. Like I said, I think the part that just disappointed me some was that I really thought all these people had applied and gone through, you know, all these, you know, tryouts or stuff, and no. So, and then I just found it really friggin' funny that they dress them the way they think you want to see them. Like Cochran with a sweater vest. So, so that's my thing about. I just was disappointed. I mean, I thought, you know, if I applied, I might actually have a chance to get on. I wouldn't apply though. I mean, the only thing I've kind of even just kicked around my brain a little is my son and I going on the Amazing Race. But the better one would be to send my daughter, because my daughter can figure out how to negotiate anything. It's just the type of personality she has. But I really thought that it would be, you know, my son and I to go on it. I would depend on him to drag my ass around. But I would think it would be a great parent-child bonding, even if you have adult children. I just think it'd be fun. Well, I love you guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Give me thumbs up. Apparently it really matters in the world of YouTube. And hit the bell if you want to know when I make a video. Okay. Hopefully everyone will see this today, which is Friday. And so have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.